Hi guys, Jason here with Jason Plastering, and what I'm going to show you today is how I repair a small plastering patch on a little ceiling. Now you can see here some of the plastering's kind of buckling. It's coming down. Now the important thing to do before you tear any of this off is you have to cover everything well, because otherwise dust is going to get everywhere. You don't want that. So the next thing you got to do is you can't just go ripping this off the ceiling. If you do, who knows where it's going to stop. It could just keep going, which I've had happen, and it's no fun. So what you got to do is you have to score the plaster before you tear it. Now what I'm going to do is find where I think it's going to stop. I can see that it's buckling here, but down here it's pretty good. So I'm going to start my score right about here. And I may find out that this is not low enough and it's still compromised and I have to go further down. So I'm going to score here probably around most of this. I won't bore you guys with that, it's going to take me 10 minutes or so. When I get to where I'm tearing it off, then I'll show you. Alright guys, now that I have everything scored, it comes out real easy. I've got my bucket and I'm just going to be tearing it off and throwing it in the bucket. Once you get to where it doesn't come out so easy, got the hammer. Alright guys, what I'm doing now, I've got everything broke out. What I'm going to do now is apply a bonding agent. This is just plaster weld. Now plaster, it will adhere to anything porous, like these wooden struts, but they've had this stuff on it for 90, 100 years, so there's a lot of dust, dirt, whatever in there. I already cleaned out all my keys, but you still need to get all that dust off in order to get a good bond. So you're just taking your plaster weld and you're painting it on there, cleaning the area up, getting it ready. Alright folks, I'm doing my first coat, my scratch coat now, and I'm just pulling it off my hawk. I've got real sticky mud because I don't want to worry about it falling off or not adhering, being too soupy. And so I'm just going over it and over it. I want to make sure that I get the mud deep into those keys so I can get the mechanical bond that I'm supposed to get. Alright guys, now I'm done with the first coat, the scratch coat. Now I just got to give this time to cure up before I put my second layer on. Alright guys, I'm here doing the second coat now. And so now I'm just browning everything out, making sure the ceiling is true and plumb. It's going to take me a couple minutes, and I got to move the ladder a couple times, so I'm going to cut it here and I'll show you guys when I am texturing and almost done. The last thing you got to do, my second scratch, or my brown coat is nice and hard on there. In order to get out all these little cat faces and holidays, what we usually do is we have a water sprayer. You spray it with water, get it a little wet, and then take your trowel and you're hard steel troweling that down to get out all these little imperfections. Unfortunately, my water sprayer broke. So what I'm doing is I've got a wet float, I'm re-wetting everything, especially the areas I need to flatten down, getting them nice and wet, and then I'm steel troweling it down. It takes a lot of elbow grease when you're working with these interior plasters. But gives you a nice smooth product once you're finished. And the absolute final thing I have to do in this room at least is texture it. Now it's got sort of an orange peel-ish texture, and so I'm just taking my float and I'm patting it, and that's going to create little bumps. Well, I'm going to be at this for a minute, getting it the right texture, but when I'm done and we're all cleaned up, I'll show it to you guys. Alright guys, we are all finished. So, you can check out the patch that we've done there. Now that should match good once he's primed and painted it. Anyway, my name's Jason. I'm with Jason Plastering, and as usual, we will see you guys on the next one.